Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make these delicious little plump and tender brown butter pumpkin tortellinis that are a nice little twist during the holiday season, and it's just a great excuse to use fresh pumpkin. So first up, you're going to get a medium-sized pumpkin, maybe 3 to 4 pounds, cut it straight in half, and then you're going to quarter it. Take all the seeds out, put it on a roasting pan, and then you're going to season it with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper, cover it with aluminum foil, and then throw it into a 450-degree oven for about an hour and a half. Alright, so next you're going to add a few egg yolks to a mixing bowl, then a little bit of salt and olive oil, and give it a good whisk for about a minute or so just to fluff it up. After that, you're going to add your flour a cup at a time, just until the mixture forms a sticky meal texture, and of course you can add some water if it's a little bit too dry. Once you're done with the mixture, you're going to dump it out onto the counter, and then you're going to start to form it into a bowl and knead it for about 5 minutes straight. Once the dough has come together, you're going to wrap it in plastic, set it aside, and let it rest for about a half an hour. Okay, once the pumpkin is very tender and lightly charred on the outside, you're going to take it out of the oven, take the aluminum foil off, then you're going to transfer the pumpkin meat to a mixing bowl and mash it into a very chunky puree. After that, you're going to add an egg yolk or so, some sliced sage, freshly grated Parmesan cheese, some black pepper, salt, and a dash of nutmeg. Give this a thorough mix, and then if you have one, I recommend putting this mixture into a piping bag. It just makes the tortellini process that much easier. Alright, so once the filling is done, you're going to roll out the pasta pretty thin. I have a whole dedicated video for pasta in the description box below, so check that out if you want more details on this. But like I said, you're going to want to roll this out pretty thin, maybe a little bit thinner than a linguine or a lasagna pasta. But once that's done, you're going to cut out large circles with some metal ring cutters. Take the excess pasta away, and then you're just going to begin filling the circles with a generous dollop of pumpkin puree. Next, you're just going to rub a little bit of water around the edges of the pasta and begin forming the tortellinis by just wrapping the tips of the dough around your index finger, and it's going to create this little plump indentation and almost folder-like shape around the edges. Once that's done, you're just going to repeat the process until all your tortellinis are done. Get some water boiling with just a little bit of salt, and then you're going to boil these for about 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, so while the tortellinis are finishing up, you're going to get a non-stick pan on medium to high heat, add a little bit of butter to it, allow it to darken for about 3 to 4 minutes. You want that beautiful golden brown color going. Add some pine nuts to it, get those toasted up. Then you're going to add the strained tortellini straight into this pan, give it a toss or two, squeeze some fresh lemon juice right over the top. It's going to give it a wonderful zesty punch. And then you're going to season it with some salt, fresh cracked black pepper. Plate this up in a nice little petite shallow bowl if you have one on hand, or really whatever sort of decorative touch you feel that you like. And then you're going to top this with the leftover sauce that's in the pan, some of those delicious pine nuts. And then I'm just going to garnish this with some fried sage as well. It's basically just some fresh sage that's been quickly fried in a shallow pan with some canola oil. I'm also going to top this off with some freshly grated Parmesan cheese. And there you guys have it. These little delicious brown butter pumpkin tortellinis look absolutely amazing, and will definitely impress anybody that you share them with during the holiday season. Learning how to make pasta is a really cool technique to learn in the kitchen. It's really fun. It's relatively easy. The more you do it, obviously, the more acclimated you get with it, and you kind of develop your own little pasta recipe, and you can get rocking and rolling on pasta anytime you want if you learn this technique. But it's just, it's really fun to do. Get in the kitchen, you know, get a little dirty with flour and eggs and all that good stuff. Even get the kids involved, get the family involved. It's a fun little technique to learn. I think a lot of people misconstrue pumpkin as just being utilized for pastries and sweet applications, but it's just such a great savory ingredient. You can utilize it with a ton of different other ingredients, and it just melds well with a lot of things. It's great with absorption. It's great with a lot of other sort of robust flavors. I'm excited to try this, so let me tell you guys how I did and just run you through some of the flavors and the good stuff in this recipe. Let me dig in. Nice little brown butter specks everywhere. The pasta's super tender, and right away you can see that like bursting with the filling, that wonderful orange filling. All right. I really love the lemon with this. It brings a really nice zesty flavor to it, but the pine nuts give a great crunch. I love that. Let me give one more bite. There's nothing like fresh pumpkin. It has sort of a like butternut squash taste to it. It has a nice natural sweetness to it. It's really good. And that roasted flavor is nice as well. Some of those little charred bits of the roasted pumpkin are mixed in with this filling. So it's just a really well-rounded filling. The pasta's super tender, really good. And the fried sage and the pine nuts give it just a wonderful presentation and a nice crunch to the dish as well. Great dish. Recommend you guys trying it out, sharing it with friends and family. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this recipe. If you did, please thumbs up, subscribe, and comment below for future video requests, things you want to see on my channel. This recipe will be broken down into text format on my website, ByronTalbott.com, so go check that out, and you'll have a little bit more of a detailed breakdown of the recipes, so if that's something you enjoy, make sure you check out the site. And of course, I'll see you guys next time with another delicious recipe. Bye, everybody.